everybody, and welcome to video 14 of our Grunge Your Art series. Now this is my design team project for LineDotArrow, and it's also part of a challenge event. And the other Facebook groups that are participating in the challenge is, of course, LineDotArrow Junk Journal Group, Haystack's Crafty Corner, Two Sisters Jam, Sweet Pea Papers, Junk Journal Tutorials, and more. Now, what the challenge is that every week Natalie from LineDotArrow, and her YouTube channel is LineDotArrow, all the links that you need and all the information you need that I'm going to give you here real quick is written out down below the video so that it's easy for you to get to all the links and everything. So weekly, Natalie puts out a video with a challenge and some freebies so that you can do the challenge without buying the kit. And you can get the freebies at the LineDotArrow Junk Journal group, and you can also get it at the LineDotArrow Ko-Fi page. Okay, now to enter the drawings, because there's 5 drawings, one from each group that's participating, all you have to do is post a picture of your challenge project or any project that you do using the freebies or the papers, or the freebies and the papers. Okay, if you use just the freebies, you get 1 entry into the drawing. If you use the freebies and the papers, or just the papers, you get 2 entries into the drawing, and every post you make is an entry, either 1 or 2. All right, so now the papers that I used for my project, I used all 5 kits, and I actually had to print out a little bit more. Unbelievable to me. I didn't print out 30 pages. I only printed out 10 because I did the black and white. So there's 30 pages in the background papers. There's black and white, sepia, and color with 10 of each. There's the Grunge Ephemera pack, and I printed this out in black and white. There's 30 pages of the backing papers. Now this is background papers, but one is background papers and one is backing papers. I'm sorry, paper pack. One is a paper pack. And they're labeled correctly at the Etsy shop. And this is 30 pages. You get 10 black and white, 10 sepia, and 10 color. You've got the Grunge Collage pages, which there's 22 pages of those, and I printed that out in black and white. I've printed everything out in black and white because my project is black and white. And then the Junk Journal Kit, which is 22 pages, and that gives you journal pages, backing pages, and ephemera pages. So I used all of this in black and white. Not so much of the ephemera, but all of the papers and then some. Okay, so now video 14 is the flip through of the completed project, so hopefully you enjoy it. It's called Grunge Your Art. Go figure. I always name my books after the papers. It's easy for me to remember that way. So this is it. It's a trifold. And I used all 5 kits. Okay, so this is the cover. I highlighted, I cut out a piece exactly like the picture that was on here, and then I highlighted it, and then I glued it back on. As you can tell, I wrote Grunge Your Art by hand. This is the spine. This is the back. This is the small spine, and there's not 2 of them because a trifold only has 3 sections, not 4 like a lap book. So when you turn the book back this way, you open it up, there's 1 inner spine, and then you see section 1. Then when you open it one more time, you see sections 2 and 3. Okay? A little bit of dust in there. Now I decided not to cover the spines on the inside because I think the black looked better with the sections than the gray would have. So for section 1, it's held shut by a ribbon with 2 Velcro dots, which is really 1 dot cut in half. Each of the sections is that way. So you take the Velcro and you pop it open and you open the ribbon and you've got section 1. Now on this first page, this lifts up, and when you lift it up, I thought that was a piece of paper. When you lift it up, you'll see that this has an up tuck with a card. All the big cards are stenciled or stamped on the back in the same black and white theme and the same grunge theme as the project. There's a way that this goes in here that it lines up. This is a small card that opens up with writing space. I didn't color the backs of most of the items. I left them white. And the flip up, you can see here, and the flip up also opens. There's an up tuck here. Whoopsie. And there's an acetone one of those. It's not a pocket. I have no idea why my brain has gone blank. Okay, and then that closes down, and that's section 1. It's the smallest section because it was going up against the cover, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't too fat because I didn't want the cover to stand out the main cover. Okay, this is section 2, and it's an envelope stack. Now this has gotten pretty fat, so I didn't put a lot of ephemera in here. In fact, I'm not sure if I put any ephemera in this section because each of these items, each of these envelopes has its own card, and so that added 1 page per envelope thickness to the thickness of the envelope stack. This card comes out. Well, obviously all the cards come out. Otherwise they wouldn't be cards, would they? And there's a writing space on the back. This one is a window card, a window envelope with a card inside, and this has been stamped on the back. And then on the back is a belly band. And there's a card here. I just can't grab hold of it. And there's a writing card here. Get in there, little guy. The chance you take when you pull a card out. Then there's another CD cover with a card. And this is stenciled on the back. The back of this has an acetate pocket. Tuck. That's what I was looking for. Tuck was the word. This comes out and it opens up into a writing card that's been stamped and stenciled. Decided to double do that one. Actually, this one goes like this. And I had originally decided it was going to be a belly band, and then I decided to make it into a pocket, so I slid it down. This is a black envelope, and on here, when you cut one of these taller envelopes to make it fit, the end of it is the closed end of an envelope, so it's like a pocket. So I had a few of those, and I decided to save them and use them, and so that's what this is. This is the end of an envelope, and I attached it to the black envelope by gluing it to the inside. I don't know if you can see it or not. To the inside here of the envelope. That way I can have a pocket. Then it opens this way, and it's a tuck. And there's your little card that goes in there. And then I stenciled the front of the black envelope. So this goes back and this goes closed, and then this whole thing opens. There's another black envelope with another nice card. Did I show you the card out of this one? No. So there's another nice card, and it's been stamped on the back. Got a little carried away with that one, didn't I? This one curves a little bit from being in the stack. There we go. And this is another envelope end. And I glued that to the black envelope. That opens up. And it's a little pocket. There's two writing areas on the backs of the black envelopes. Then there's this envelope with the 3 windows in circles with the scalloped edges. And when the butterfly's in this window, the mushroom is in this window, and part of the leaves are in this window. This one was a little close to the edge, huh? So the full picture is this. There's the mushroom and the butterfly. Took me a little while to find an image that would work with the windows. And on the back side is an acetate pocket with a long skinny tag. On this side is what we would call a regular window envelope. When you open it this way, it works as a tuck. And then you close this and you can see the inside of the window. And this is actually the inside of the envelope itself. It's a check security envelope. I kind of grunged it up a little bit. And this is the back that I stenciled. Then on this side is an envelope, a black envelope. And it opens. There's a tag in here. Same as the image as the cover. Then there's a card here. And also remember the card inside. I couldn't put a tab on it because it closed here. So there's a thumb pull on it. Then there's 2 windows on this envelope, and I'll show you how to get the card out if I can remember how to do it. You take this out of this tuck, which is really the flap from the black envelope, and then there's a thumb hole up here, and the card comes out this way. And then you see the inside of the check envelope with a black split with a black. Wow, that's a little bitty things keep coming off these little windows in the acetate. Acetate is very staticky, has a lot of static cling to it. So it's a little fun to work with. This goes here. This is the center of the envelope stack. This side with the tuck, this side with a tuck, and the envelope. This is the large card that goes in the center. I like this image a lot. And when you take it out, you get this image. which I also like a lot. I like these kits a lot. The collage pages are just phenomenal. So this goes here, this goes here. This is always the test. Can you fold it back? No. This one goes first, then that one, then this one, and then that one, and then that one. And we'll put the ribbon back on. And then we'll move on to section 3. This is the biggest section. I know, compared to the other two, this is the biggest section. It started out as section 1. Then we had to, we realized we had the cover upside down, and that so it ended up being section 3. If you flip it around, it started out being section 1 over here. This card comes out. This opens up. I'm not the magnet queen in this. Everything is so thick I had to use Velcro. And this goes back. This is writing space here. Then this opens up this way. And then it opens up again this way. There's a tag here. Close that. And then this is a sliding acetate invisible belly band. So it slides up and down. And then this is the black writing card. And you can use white, you know, a white jelly pen on that. So then you close this. Then you turn this. And then, does this open? Oh no, this flips up. No. What does it do? Yes, it flips up. I'm so sorry. It flips up. And it's got a tag here and then a writing area. There's lines on it. I don't know if you can see it or not on camera. And these are the tickets. When you go back this way, and there's 2 pockets here, one on top of the other, 2 tags. There we go. So you flip this down. Even I don't have this memorized. I'm serious. There's 13 pages in this. So we go here, then we go, what, do we go one more? No. And then we go this way, well, of course here, and we go here, and that's 3 little tags poking out the top, and 3 little tags poking out the bottom. Over here is a tag with in a clear pocket, or a pocket with an acetate window in it. And then this has some ephemera on it in a collage form. And then it's got a brad in it that allows it to swing this way. And then the gray back so that you can write on it. And I just left this way because we're being grungy. I didn't cover it. I could have put a circle or something on it. Okay, then this opens this way. We've got a double circle envelope with a tag that comes out. And I stenciled the inside of the pocket. You don't want to know how I did that. That's a trade secret. Let's see you stencil on the inside of a pocket. Anyway, and this opens here, and there's an up tuck with 2 tags. Over here is a pocket, an acetate pocket that you can put a card in, and then there's a writing space here. On this side is a specimen window in a flip, or a flap, I mean. This little lady comes out and goes back in. in this little tiny pocket. Then when you open this, it takes 2 Velcros to close this. When you open it, you can see the flowers from either side, the dried flowers. Then you have this image, and then there's another tuck right here that you can use to put a card in. The ones that I left empty for the whoever ends up with it to put the card in is because I really enjoy the image. So close that back up. Does it open one more time? No. And then you close these back up. And you close this back up. Uh-oh, my shirt pulled the middle one open. Or my sweater. Oh, this goes this way. Is that the opposite? This one you have to pull pretty tight. There we go. And that's it. That's Grunge art right there. I hope you've enjoyed the flip through. And I will see you in the next project. And that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by.